Okay, so this is the first video of the year, which should have been the last video of last year, but once again, you know, I'm always late. Today's actually my day off, so I'm gonna start utilizing my day offs and trying to make more content, which I'll get to in a minute. That being said, I know how my face looks, and my hair is ridiculously long now. I wear a hairnet to work every day, so I haven't had time for a haircut, and I don't care what it looks like underneath that. So yeah, I look like more and more like like a woodsman, I guess, or something. Anyways, super tired. My dog is in about a week gonna turn 17, and she's suffering from what I call doggy sundowners. Has very bad dementia and just like doesn't sleep at night. So we're back to basically having like a newborn is what it is. And it's just, I'm just not sleeping. It sucks. For like the last couple of weeks, it's just been very erratic, and she's like a wonderful dog, and I can't put her down. So it's just, we're just dealing with it. That's where we're at. But anyways, that's not what this is about. I just kind of want to go over last year a little bit briefly, and then talk about my plans for this year. Probably not a super boring, or it is a super boring video. Probably not super exciting for most people. So if you do watch it, I appreciate it. If not, this is more for me. And hopefully, you know, somebody gets something out of it. Anyways, last year, real quick, it was an interesting year for gaming. I was really happy with the collecting side. I felt like I picked up a lot of games that I wanted for the collection. And, you know, it's always disappointing to not have more time to play the games, but I'm trying to get, that's one of the things I'm working on. It's difficult with my work life family balance right now, but that is also kind of an excuse. I could make more time if I wanted to. It's always very difficult at the end of the day when you're exhausted to fire up a video game and try to get into that, as opposed to just putting on a TV show where you can like lay back and just kind of tune out. But I'm working it. That's one of the things I'm working on. Anyways, back to the collecting. I was very happy with the collecting side. And even as much as I'll complain, the gaming side wasn't too bad for me. I made time for a few games that I absolutely wanted to play. You know, for example, Expedition 33. I'm not going to do a Games of the Year video because I feel like I spent more time playing like old retro games just for fun, like Crazy Taxi on Genesis, on Dreamcast I spent a decent amount of time on. And I'm not going to include that in a Games of the Year list. But if I were to do one, it would be Expedition 33. It far and away exceeded all my expectations. I was super happy with the whole experience. I loved the game. It's a top 10 for me. Probably not super high on the top 10 because no matter what, no matter how good that combat system was, I'm always going to be terrible at it. So it's harder for me to get into or to rank it higher because I'm never comfortable playing those games. This was like a turn-based Souls game, so it was, you know, it's at the fringe of what I'm capable of doing. But the story and everything else was absolutely amazing, which is, I think it's, you know, it's not a run. It's expected. And I almost understand the backlash now that the game is getting, that people are upset that it won so many awards and it blah, blah, blah. But I also think that's kind of silly because it deserves everything it got. The game is that good. The music is that good. Like, I put the soundtrack to the game on the speakers in the lab one day, and nobody knew that it was like a video game music. They just thought it was like, you know, some, you know, just a band or whatever. So I think that game was amazing. I did play a few others, that modern games, but I don't even remember what they all were now, but not enough to actually do a Games of the Year list. And I watched a ton of people do those. I think that's like kind of a great way to recap the year and kind of remind you of maybe some of the games you missed that other people thought were really good and worth playing. Unfortunately, I'm just not going to do that, guys. But yeah, I did play a decent amount, and in December, I'm going to do a separate video on this. I actually started 3 RPGs and dropped those for another one, and I just want to do a separate video on that. So anyways, sorry, my dog, who I said has doggy sundowners, is now upstairs barking her head off, so it's very distracting. As for the channel itself, I gotta say, I was a little disappointed, and I think that disappointment lies solely with myself. I did not make the channel priority. I'm never going to do YouTube professionally or like make money off of this. That's not my goal, but it is always nice to see like some growth. And 2024, the channel grew a lot. And I was like, my son and I, who does the channel with me sometimes, we were super pumped because it's not because of the sub count or anything, but the validation that people like what you're doing, they like your content. So this last year really slowed down. I was really hoping I'd get to, God, I don't even know what the next 100 point mark is. Is it? I think I'm almost to 1800. And I was kind of hoping I would get there, just it never happened. And I know that was because the way YouTube works is the more videos you make and you put out, you get put in the algorithm more and more people see it. So it increases the chance that people will sub. And, you know, for the most part, we did 2 videos a year. We started Video Games Monthly last year, which is a service I absolutely love. I had a great time with it. So I'm doing that again. I actually have the new box. We're going to film that video very soon. And then we do the pickups for the year. And for the most months, I think those were the only 2 videos I was putting out. And that's just not enough to, you know, get picked up in the algorithm. I completely understand that. But a lot of the times it just boiled down to not having enough time to do more. And I'm also super uncomfortable with videos like this. Nobody wants to sit and listen to me talk, or at least that's the way I interpret it. The few videos in the past that I've done like a game review or something along these lines, I've actually lost subs. So it's like very discouraging. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that and lose more people. But that brings me into where I'm going this year, which is I'm going to do more of that. I want to talk about specific video games or topics in the video game world that are important to me. I'm never going to do like breaking news or like things that are happening now because I don't know those things. I watch other people's videos to find that stuff out. I'm too busy to know what's going on today. But I do feel like I have an opinion to share on things that are happening, like broader spectrum within the last few, like, you know, whatever, however much time. The point is I want to do more of that, and I don't want to lose subs, but I also don't want that to deter me from what I want to do with the channel. I'm just going to do it and have fun and not hold myself to any kind of restrictions based on what I think might happen because of that video. I've watched so many people's videos that I really love their content, but they've said in the video like, oh, I can't, you know, deviate outside the line because it'll affect my channel. And I get that for their struggle, that, you know, they're trying to at least make, you know, some kind of side hustle doing this, and they should. There's so many channels out there that are amazing, way better than my stupid channel, but I'm very lucky enough that I do well in my career that I can still buy video game stuff. I mean, I shouldn't. My wife wants to murder me every time I get games, but I can do it. I can afford to do it. So I don't need to rely on the hope that I'll get to that point in YouTube, because like look at this. It's not going to happen. But I really am okay with that. I'm not complaining. I'm just being honest, and you know, we're dealing with the reality of the situation here. So why not? Why should I just not have fun? You know, and as much as it is too, it's great to see the sub count slowly go up over time. I still get the standard like 100 to 200 views. And I'm imagining the majority of those people are the same people that watch the channel every month. So, yeah, it's great to have more a sub count, but I'd rather just have the people that enjoy the channel, we watch it. And if I be a little more experimental or try to have a little more fun, hopefully those people that enjoy it stick around. That's kind of where I'm at. I just don't want to, you know, potentially limit myself anymore. Not that I spent a lot, or, you know, last year it was easy to just do the videos I did because they were easy videos to make. We just show the games, right? And it was fun. And I didn't have to put too much thought or effort or energy into the channel, but I want to start doing that more this year. That's, I think, you know, going back to what I said, it's my fault. I don't put more energy into the channel, so why should I get more out of it? I guess it's the long and the short of what I was saying with that. That being said, I'm definitely not getting rid of Video Games Monthly or my pickups videos. I know those have kind of fallen by the wayside, like they're less popular. People are like, oh, you know, it's not cool to do pickups videos anymore. Well, guess what? I'm not cool. I don't care about being cool. I love doing pickups videos. I love collecting video games. And I love doing those videos and sharing it. I don't look at it as, I know people have said various things like, oh, not me specifically, but people that do that are like showing off or, you know, like, you know, whatever the interpretation is. And I do feel bad for people that want to collect games more, but don't have the means to do it right now. I understand the situation. I'm, oh my God, almost 44 in like a week. So, I'm old enough now where I have the means to do that, but I understand if you're younger and you don't. I also don't get the argument now that people make that it's hoarding if you collect video games. It's like, nothing is hoarding if you are like collecting it, okay? Hoarding is if you have a house you can't walk through because you just have random junk collected that has no meaning to you. This video game collection has a lot of meaning to me, and I enjoy doing the hobby of collecting. I wish I had more time to play. I would love to be as much of a player as a collector, but you guys all know video games take time, and that's a very hot commodity when you get older. So no, I don't like those arguments. I think they're kind of silly. I'm not going to argue with someone if they say that your collection is hoarding. If that's your interpretation, that's fine. I think you shouldn't probably be involved in that world. If you just play a game and move on, that's fine. But we're just going to have very different interpretations of what video game collecting versus hoarding is. I don't really know what else I would even want to say on that right now. It's just a difference of opinion. I can appreciate your perspective and listen to what you have to say, but I don't see what you could say that would make me agree with that. I love the base. I love my basement. I love all this stuff. I love it. So anyways, that's kind of all that stuff. I really want to try to be more, well, not that I'm not genuine, but more of myself and open up a little bit. And I'm totally fine with somebody having a different opinion of mine. I've had plenty of hot takes that, you know, somebody will come to me and say something and I'm like, oh man, I think I was kind of wrong. And I'm willing to change my opinion, but I still want to be able to share what I believe on different issues and topics going forward. So that's kind of it. I would say the last thing is I know you're not supposed to focus on one issue or one like IP or anything on YouTube because it makes it difficult to make content after a while. But I will say I'm a huge Persona fan, so I am going to do some videos just dedicated to Persona this year. And I don't want to make a separate channel. That's too much work for me. I barely have time for this one. So if I do videos that are specific to one IP, even if I start doing a couple Zelda ones or something maybe, please don't unsub because of that. I'm going to go back to all the regular content. I just want to do more game-specific stuff as well as the ones I've been doing now. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling because I feel like this is going to be long enough, right? If anyone makes it to this point. I hope everybody had a great New Year's and is looking forward to this year of gaming. I don't even know what new modern games I'm excited about, but I'm excited for gaming in general. So that being said, I'm going to call it a day. Thank you guys so much. If you just watched this video, if you are subbed to the channel, I really appreciate it. I love the community of YouTube, the gamers, and I think it's a lot of fun, and it does mean a lot to me as an adult to have this kind of outlet because it's so hard to find a way to, you know, connect with any kind of community that you have stuff in common with when you're older. So that's about it. You guys have a great day. I will talk to you all later. Bye.